All right, everybody. We're here live. I'm here with my boys, Willie D, Brian, Sharif, Dink, and we're going to
Papa Harris.
discuss the pregame for the Dallas Cowboys Sunday night matchup against the New York Giants. You guys go around and introduce yourself. Willie, you can start out. Let's go ahead briefly.
Willie D. Washington. Willie D. Washington one. You can get me up there on X, I guess you call it, what they call it now. But
Oh, yeah, formerly Twitter.
y'all know me, Cowboy fan for life, baby.
All right, Sharif.
Can't hear.
You mute.
My bad.
Nah, it's okay.
It's Sharif, aka Reef. You can follow me on Twitter at Reefa2424 on all social media sites. I'm glad to be here.
All right, my boy. Dink.
What up? My name
Funniest
Dean
man
Kernan,
I
man. Dean Kernan, been a Cowboy fan since 1977. Tony Dorsett, baby. Love this cat right here, man. And you catch me on Twitter, Ghetto Rachi, Facebook, same thing, Instagram, all things Cowboys. Been a fan since 1977, 4 years old. Yeah, man.
Funniest brother I know. And holding us all down. Big Brian from Atlanta.
Big Baby. Man. That's big. That's his name. Big Baby.
Man,
That's his new name.
Sports Guru. 95. Right. Go ahead.
What's going on, man? Enjoying hanging with the crew today, man. Just trying to talk a little Cowboys before this massacre happens tonight.
Okay.
On national TV. But pleasure to be here with you guys, man.
All right.
Yeah. I want to say one more thing, John. I think this is like the new edition. This is new edition. Cowboys edition. New edition.
This is a new edition.
Yeah, new edition.
Facts. We're not doing links. So since I left off, Brian was last. I'm going to start off first with him. We're going to talk about the matchups. I'm going to go back around. Same way I started, but we're in and we'll reverse it the other way. Let's talk about the matchups tonight. What are the things that you may or may not be concerned with? What is the game plan? What is the overall feel that you have for tonight? Well, that's for all of you guys to figure that out. But we're going to start with Brian with that.
I'm a little concerned with the old line because of Tyler, not knowing what's going to happen. But honestly, that's my biggest concern. I think the offense is going to be fine. I don't think the Giants, have the secondary to handle our receiving core. And if we can get the running game going with the backup left guard, then I think we're going to be all right. Defense, I'm looking for a dominant performance. Like, I'm looking for to shut the run game down, shut the pass game down. I'm looking for Micah to have 2-3 sacks. Trayvon to have a pick, Gilly to have a pick. I don't want to hit nothing.
You're just looking for a dominant performance.
Yeah, I'm looking for a dominant performance. I'm looking for the Cowboys, hoping that they put the league on notice from this game tonight.
Okay, that would be big. What's the weather report? It's got rain still in New York.
30% chance of rain. 30% chance of rain. That means no rain. I mean, when it's like 30%, it's pretty much a little to no rain.
All right,
I'm speaking from Georgia though. That's how it is in Georgia. I don't know how it is in New York.
This the East Coast, Brian. I don't know. It might come down at any moment's notice.
Yeah, if it was you damn right. If it's in the South, that shit coming down.
Got you.
30%. Nah, I'm like him. It ain't happening. Ain't nothing coming. I mean,
okay. But you got both of you guys in the South though.
Yeah, I'm in Texas, so.
Yeah.
What a hit in Mesquite won't hit in Saginaw, Fort Worth sometimes. They just go a whole different direction.
The only thing is it's different in the Midwest and the East when it's 30%. All our rain is coming.
Okay.
All right. So Dick, what is your concerns tonight? What is the offensive game plan that you looking at?
Offensive game plan, I agree with Brian, man. More about the offensive line, but we got one of the best coaches at adjusting and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about the offense. But I want to say this, man. I do want to see our defense come out and beat the living shit out of the damn Giants. I'm going to tell you what. I think when you watch a team, Super Bowl winning teams, man, they always got to make a statement. We know what our offense can do. I'm not worried about the offense. I want to see that defense, Parsons, Lawrence, every damn body. I want them to shut them down. I'd rather us beat the hell out of them on the defensive side than the offensive side. I'm gonna tell you what. If we can set the tone and we can stop these overhyped damn Giants, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones over damn hyped ass, I think we're gonna send a message. I want to see us go out there and dominate on defense. Because on offense, I know what we're gonna do. But if we go out there on defense, we sack the quarterback a bunch of times, we get a lot of interceptions, and God forbid we send somebody home to the hospital, I'll be happy. I will be fucking happy. And I'm gonna tell you what, man. Just go back and look at teams that dominate. We know what the offense can do. I want to see Gilmore. I want to see Bland. I want to see Diggs. I want them to get some picks, and I want to see Parsons rip fucking Daniel Jones' damn head off. He played at damn Duke, and I don't like Duke, so I want them to whoop their damn ass. But that's my main thing. I want the defense to do that. We do that, brother, I can sleep good tonight. Because I'm not worried about the offense. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. All right, I got you. Sharif is kind of in and out. So, Willie, I'm going to go to you. I was going to go to you last at first because I know Sharif had concerns. I figure you would counter that. But I'm going to go with you. What is your concerns tonight? X factors, overall game plan, feel for how you think of the game?
I think it's about the same with the offensive line. It's been this week has been pretty, concerning for the most part because when we start thinking we're gonna rely on old 77, 77 got something wrong with his foot all of a sudden.
He playing tonight.
He playing tonight though. I'm not know he's gonna play, but it's just
based off of his warm-ups that I saw, it don't look like the ankle's an injury.
I've always been a strong supporter of Smith, but
I know
you get these moments you be like, man, it's hard as you doing this, yeah. So, but other than that, I want to see what the rotation going to look like at running back. It's just I'm still concerned about the running game because you got to beat these boys. We got to beat these boys up front. You got to run the football against them. You're gonna have to. They got them boys out there. You got to tie them out. So we got to run the football tonight. And
do you think they're going to run or what I call manufacture runs? What I mean by the screen.
Yeah, I know they're gonna manufacture. That's one of the great things that we've seen this off season is them using the backside of the backfield over the middle. Because you didn't do. Let's just be real. You never seen no plays like the one you seen from Rico earlier, where he almost scored that touchdown. He just slipped out the backfield up and right in the middle of the field. You never seen it. It was always one to the outside instead of something right in front of him.
And those are where I consider more like dump offs because they never really developed into screens, really.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get the dump off pass. Sometimes it's just good to dump it out to your running back and see what he can do after you get him 3 yards off top from him. And just let him see what he can do in front with the rest. But a lot of those ones that more used to run just try to, it is what it is. But I would say that would kind of concern me more about the running. Want to know who's going to be, is it going to be Rico or is it going to be Deuce? That's going to get the ball up. That's one.
Or you mean just as a third down?
I'm just saying, is he going to get some carries? I want to know if it's going to be Rico. Who's going to be the second guy getting the most carries?
Well, between him and Deuce, I think Deuce is more about touches than carries.
Yeah.
I think he's a combination of both. Because the one thing is, and I'll talk to Sharif about this earlier. Yes, I respect the Giants' interior, but Dink, their defensive coordinator, his mindset is to blitz. This dude was blitzing in preseason. So to me, I always bust a blitz. There's two reasons. A lot of people think running backs have to block. They can, but you can also hit them with fast screens.
Yep.
You get that brings off. But see, Dick is obsessive with blitzing. So even if you hit him, I still think he's going to try to calm.
Well, speaking of blitzes, man, Dak one of the best at the game blitzing. That dude would eat your ass up in the blitz. I mean, I say welcome it. And like you said, the screens and the West Coast offense and the fact that Dak got a quick release against the blitz, bring it.
Yeah, I
Break
think
it.
3-step drops are probably going to be the key tonight, trying to get the ball out quick.
Yeah.
I think also going east and west as opposed to north and south. They got some big boys, but like you said, tire them out, make them run. Put them in space. I think that will go against them. And they're what Brian said earlier. They secondary, I don't look at their secondary as big. So look at play action as being the key too, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
Anything else, Willie?
And other than that, I feel like Dick, you need to go out there and make a statement.
Yeah.
You've been talking to Big Top calls, something about what you want to do. Now you got to show us
I'll
that
get back to
you
what a
can be a
statement
top
is.
5. You got to show us
I
you
want
can
to
be
see
top 5
the. Yeah.
defense.
I'm with Willie,
Hold
man.
on, hold on.
I'm
I
sorry.
want to try to get Reef in.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Reef. My bad. Go ahead. My
We're
bad.
gonna go right back. All right, Reef. Factors tonight for the game. Me and you talked about it a little bit earlier, but elaborate for the audience. What are the concerns that you have, or the offensive game plan, or the overall game plan?
Mike, you got to turn the mic on.
My bad once again.
Yeah,
But our biggest thing, to be honest, is like my main concern is communication on the O line. Like you said, like Wayne Martindale likes to blitz. That's all he did in Baltimore was blitz. People got to talk, and with it, I'm much more comfortable rather than the entire left side being out than it being Tyron at least there. So like you still have somewhat continuity rather than you just replacing them two with two dudes that ain't play together or get no snaps or anything next to each other during preseason or training camp or anything like that. So biggest things for me is just communication on the blitz. Get the ball out quickly. Don't turn the football over. Stop Saquon. If you contain Saquon, the Giants can't move the football, like I said last night. So, other than that, like there shouldn't be no issue in terms of us getting after them. DeMarcus Lawrence has shown like he'll eat Evan Neal alive, and Michael Parsons has shown he'll eat Andrew Thomas alive. So, as long as we keep Saquon from getting the big plays, keep him to like a under, I say 3.5, 4 yard average, we'll be all right.
So do you guys think this is going to be a defensive battle tonight, or because hold on, Reef, are you looking for a statement game? Because I know Brian and Dink and Willie are like looking statement game. I'm looking for a win. I just want to win.
Well, of course the win.
I mean, this is my thing is like it's a division game. You get what you get. You just get out and get a win in terms of that. You would like to make a statement, obviously, but it's the first week. Everybody gonna have their growing pains. So just as long as we just establish some sort of identity on offense, defensively, how we're gonna come. But if we just establish some type of identity and continuity on offense, that's all I need. And I don't care if we win 13-10, 6-3. Just come out of there with a dub.
All right. Would you be concerned if they just drop 6 points?
Oh, absolutely. I'd be concerned. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's the divisional game on the road. Take what you can get.
Okay. I'm a little bit with the fellas. I want to win, but I would like a nice, clean, dominant win. But I think they really want to dominate them on another level, kind of like I guess how San Fran did Pittsburgh earlier.
Yeah.
The game is over with in 5 minutes. So here's the question: what is the X factors on both sides of the ball? Who is the Giants' X factor? I'm gonna start with Reef. I'm gonna go back around. And who is the Cowboys' X factor on both sides of the ball?
Offensively, I would say for them, Isaiah Hodgins. He's arguably, in my opinion, their like most talented receiver. So, relatively look for
everybody has different opinion, Willie.
Yeah, and look for Daniel Jones to look to him on the outside early, try to get him more involved in the offense. In terms of defensively, I mean, he's not really an X factor. He's that dude. Is Dexter Lawrence.
I know you really.
If you can block Dexter Lawrence, you'll be all right. But it's just about containing him, and that's a hard thing to do. But I mean, he's not really an X factor, but he's their dude. So
I mean, that's an X factor though. Like if you take him out, then everything changes. So it depends on how you define X factor. Like he is a guy that I agree. When he's in there, things look different. When he's not in there, things look different. So he's a big time talent. I agree with that. We're gonna go in reverse because Willie's chomping at the bit. So we're gonna go with the other way. Willie, X factors. Hold on, wait a minute. You didn't tell me the X factors for the Cowboys though, on both sides. For the
So
Giants
for
and
us, look for Ferguson a lot tonight, especially in lots of the booths, depending on if they go 12 personnel or spread. Just look for him out in the flats a lot. A lot of him being the security blanket in the boot, in the PA boots, stuff like that. Just look for him to have somewhat of a big game, as we are trying to get the ball out quickly. And then defensively, I feel like it's all about them linebackers, basically the front seven. Just the front seven got to do their job and contain the Saquon Barkley. Most in terms of like the most important in that aspect would have to be Hankins and Mozzie, seeing how they do up front against them. Looking to, like I said, stop Saquon Barkley from going off. Because like I said, as long as you contain Saquon, they really cannot. They really have few limited options to move the football consistently.
Okay. Good stuff. Talking like a coach. Well, I lost Willie. And Dink is coming back, so I'm gonna pick it up with Dink.
You okay?
Didn't go to Brian. So X factors on both sides of the ball for the Giants and for the Cowboys, from the offensive end and the defensive end.
All
go
right.
to Giants first, and then you can go to Dallas last.
Okay, on the Giants, the X factors are on offense, of course, it's Saquon Barkley. And I'm also the receiver Hyatt. Those are my X factors there. And on the defense, I guess the X factors, man, will be the defensive line. They got some studs in there, so that will be the X factors.
Okay.
When it comes to us offensively, our X factors, man, really, it's gonna come down to our playmakers. That's our X factors. CD, Cooks, Pollard.
So you're saying the overall skill players.
Overall skill players, yeah. I take that back. I forgot about our offensive line. So I gotta until we see, that's gonna be the X factors, because they gotta hold up against the Giant studs. So that would be the X factor, and the fact of our skill players.
Okay, let's trim it down, because that's a lot of players. So from the offensive line perspective, what one particular player?
Well, left guard. All day is gonna be left guard.
Okay.
That'll be the X factor. Defensive X factor. That's to me, the defense collectively. They got to do that.
Give me one.
X factor. It's gonna be Parsons. Then he's the X factor. He's the X factor. He's the disruptor. He's the baby LT. So got to go with him. He's the X factor.
So basically, you're saying as he eats the entire defense.
Yeah, if he eats, because Daniel Jones. Don't get me wrong. He improved last year.
I'm not a Giants fan.
I know, but if he can get, I like to be objective. I just like to be fair, even though I love my Cowboys. But I'm just saying, if that Lion can run through that damn jungle in the Giants Stadium, I ain't worried about nothing.
Daniel Jones had a better year last year, but when you compare what he did before, that's really not saying a lot. I thought
exactly. That's my point.
I thought he was serviceable last year.
He was serviceable.
I didn't think he did anything off the charts. He's athletic. I'll give him that.
Right.
But other than that, his best game was against the Vikings. But Baker Mayfield just lit the Vikings up today too. So
it's the
that's
line
not really saying much. He
had
success against them. Against them. So that's not really saying much against the Vikings.
Yeah. So Parsons, the X factor. That line in the jungle, man. He get that loose. I'm good.
All right. So Parsons, left guard. For the Giants, defensively, you said I give you that. You just say the whole defensive line.
I just say the difference. You can say Thibodeau, or you just say the interior, man. Yeah, they got.
So you're looking at Hyatt. I forgot about him. He does have great speed.
Yeah, he's got great speed. So anytime people got great speed like him and Saquon, the game breakers, they the X factor. Saquon, you miss a tackle, that motherfucker gone. So
I got you. All right, I got you. Willie?
Their X factors in the trenches between their defensive line and their offensive line. The left tackle in particular, which we know is a dog. I can't remember the kid's name right now.
Thomas.
And I would say the only Andrew Thomas, and if what the big key is going to be is, can Parsons get the right tackle is going to be able to hold up with Parsons in this game. Now, on their team, I would say they front four is a major X factor, like I said. But the guy who gonna make a big difference in the game, whether they win or lose, will be Thibodeau. Thibodeau is going to be a reason why if he can get pressure, it's going to be a major factor if them winning a game against the game against us if they can. Them having a chance to beat us basically.
Okay.
But the rest of their defense, I'm not scared of. I'm not scared of nothing else. Them linebackers, they corner them two rookie corners. Now we're gonna eat them up if they give them. They give them time. They're gonna eat them up, man. But I expect on offense is going to be. I would have to go with the. Shoot, am I tripping on names today? Um,
Pick the position. We'll help you out.
Wide receiver outside number 2. I don't know why Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks
Gonna be our X factor for the game. If Brandon Cooks is cooking and eating, it's gonna be a long day for him, bro. A long day. Now,
Brandon Cooks is the X factor offensively on the defensive.
You know already the X factor is on defense, man. It's Michael Parsons, man.
Yeah, it's
It's Mike, like I was just talking about, that's what I was talking about. If that guy, the other guy can hold up with, which a lot of these guys, these Giant fans say that they held Michael Parsons so-called down the last time we played him. But I was like, I beg to differ. But
He had 2 sacks.
that's what I'm saying. That's what they tell me. Oh, he held them down. We need to worry about. We got to worry. Yeah, you need to worry about him too. Yeah, you got to worry about him. So you got to worry about both of them, really. But other than that, I think we're gonna have a pretty good game. And I'm just like Dick. I think that we should dominate these boys. I think we should dominate. We show them. Because a lot of this, we good enough to beat the Cowboys now. Show them that you're not.
All right, we'll get to that last part. I mean, y'all all said about domination. We're just gonna deal with the X factors of it. I get what you're saying. You finished? Anything else?
My boy out there, my nephew out there playing cornerback is gonna, he gonna do his thing.
Who's your nephew, Willie?
I'm sorry, they traded your nephew. Calvin Joseph don't play the Cowboys now.
So these ain't never been my guy. Oh, okay.
You
These ain't my guy.
He was your son. You didn't say he was your nephew.
I would say Joseph is an adopted, cousin.
I have cousins because I get rid of them. You don't. You stay with your kids.
Hey man, I be trying to, there's nothing wrong with showing a little support after they leave, man. Just hope the brother get it right.
Multiple guys. Just give me one guy. So who's the X factor? Who is this? Is it Parsons or is it Diggs?
Parsons gonna be the X factor.
Okay, so
plain simple.
Okay.
If you just want me to go with one guy, Parsons.
Yeah, just one guy.
But I will say a major key factor in the game is whether we slow down Saquon.
I just need one guy. Is Micah?
Micah.
Okay. And offensively, it's Brandon Cooks.
Okay. Brandon Cooks.
All right. Okay. All right. Brian?
For me, offensively, it's Dak Prescott. He's the X factor. The offense is gonna go as he goes. And defensively, I'm gonna go Damone Clark. And reason being, Reef mentioned the linebackers, and they're going to be key to shutting the running back down. They're going to be key to shutting Saquon down. And I think Damone Clark has that speed to be able to get to the edge along with Saquon. And I think he's going to have the linebackers, starting with him, are going to have an excellent game tackling tonight. And if we can tackle and get them in the 3rd and long, and hey, we can unleash the line. And Dak is going to just have to be efficient. I don't need him to be flashy. I just need him to be efficient and take care of the football. Make the right decisions, take care of the football.
What would be an efficient stat? Like, so after the end of the game, we saw his stat line. what would you be comfortable with to say this is exactly kind of like you're coaching him and you're basically in your mind, this is what I want him to do? What would that be?
22 or 28.
I like that.
250 to 280.
I like that.
2 to 3 touchdowns.
I like that. Yeah, I like keeping that. I like keeping that under 30. That's just throwing a
0 turnover. I mean, I don't think he has an issue going past 30. I think if you keep him under 35 attempts, he can be an efficient quarterback. But I just want to see him tonight. 22, 28, 20 or 28, just a nice efficient game. I don't need no big plays, unless they're there, but I just need him to take care of the football. I need him to make the right decision.
Gotcha.
I need him to be the OC he was in the third game of the preseason.
Oh,
I need him to be that OC. You know what I'm saying? I need him to be that guy. And then the X factors for the Giants offensively, it's Saquon. I mean, if Saquon is having a good game, Daniel Jones is going to have a good game. If Saquon is not able to run, then everything falls on Daniel Jones, and we know what happens. Sometimes he can have a good game, and then sometimes he turns the ball over like he had. Last year, to me, was an anomaly. He protected the ball. I think he's going to go back to being fumble and interception-prone Daniel Jones. And defensively, Reef mentioned it, Dexter Lawrence. I don't want to hear his name tonight. I don't. I mean, if I'm hearing Dexter Lawrence's name tonight, that means we are in for a long-ass night. And I think tempo, playing with a little tempo, and, short, quick passes will kind of minimize him a little bit. But if we got to drop back, if it's 3rd and long, and it's 2nd and 8, we're dealing with, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, it's going to be a long night with that left guard out. It really is. So,
breaking news as well, Chuma is starting.
Well, hey, man, he's the veteran. He's the veteran. One thing I will say, though, is if he get out there with that bullshit, Mike gonna snap him up out of there. Mike
he gonna play guard. He gonna play guard.
He played guard last year. I will say this: before he got hurt, I thought he was starting to practice better. But I wanted to see more consistency from him. He was starting to play better, but man, that's hard. He's coming off the injury too. But like Brian said, he is a vet, so maybe.
Yeah, it's wrong with the vet, but I need ASIM on that. I need ASIM and Baz on that bike. I need them on the sideline, working on everything they can work on. And I got one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
Hey man, I'm about to bust out laughing, Willie. You are a spitting image of Robin Harris, bro.
R.I.P.
Oh my God.
See, he should have started that. Hey, he should have told nobody that.
That's one of my favorite comedians, man, of all time. Even though he only had like a 2 to 3 year run, that's one of my boys, man. But bro, you Robin Harris to a T, man. You might need to check your bloodline, man.
I already told him.
I hear it so much that I take it as a compliment, brother.
Bro, hey,
I take it as a compliment nowadays because ain't nothing I can do is say, hey. I look like somebody.
You shouldn't have said anything because honestly, I couldn't link it. Like I knew something. I kept looking. I was like, and then when you said it, now I just can't not look at you.
If Dink wouldn't have said that, I was gonna catch it.
No, you did catch it.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I know Robin Harris' nephew, who's a comedian named Sean Harris, who lives in Atlanta. I showed him your picture.
You thought his daddy was alive?
Yeah.
His uncle was alive?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look just like him. And you kind of talk like him, too. You know what, Will? I'm starting to think, man, he might be your daddy, man. That's just all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Ain't no way he can be my father, man. That's one thing I know for sure. That's one thing I do know for sure. I know.
He might not be your daddy, but he could be your brother.
He probably could pass. I can say I get it all the time, brother. Yeah. All the time.
He could be your brother. Yeah, might be your brother, man.
Might be your brother.
That's why I brought it up. That's why I said it. Because both people did. Now, hey, you had said that one of y'all said it anyway.
Hey, Willie, how old is your daddy?
Oh, my dad, 80 years old.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we 80.
Well,
I don't know Robert Harris.
y'all related somewhere down there. I don't know where, but y'all
Nah.
related.
He may have been in this. If he lived,
Well,
Yeah, my,
if he had
my
lived,
mom's age.
how old would he?
If he was living, he would be 70 because he was born in '53, same year my mom. So
okay.
I was a
Yeah,
big
that
Robert
ain't
Harris
too
fan.
much yeah, that ain't
Yeah.
too much of a stretch because you 40, what 41, Willie?
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
My boy's 3.
you got something in the
Boy,
back.
that's my daughter
I'll bring
over
Play
here
now.
with.
You can bring Play now if she want to come on.
She over here with puppets and stuff. That's what she over here playing with
Hey,
puppets.
sweetie, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
They say hi. I got plugs on, so you can't hear y'all right now.
Nah,
I love the way Willie talks. He got
can't hear
plugs on. Willie sounds like that. He sounds just like these mechanics down here in
told
the
you,
South, man. Down here
Uh,
in the country, you know.
I gotta get I tell you, I gotta get a different mic, cause I already know I'm loud already.
nah, you always loud.
hey, Willie, just say baby kids one time for me.
Baby kids, they don't die, they multiply.
You're Robert related, bro.
Yeah, you sound.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Test tube, baby.
You related, man.
that bloodline in there somewhere.
I watched all Robin Harris shit, bro. You are you. Like, we're gonna do a DNA test with it. Don't worry, it's all good.
No. Hey man, you want to pay for it to get disappointed? Hey, go ahead. I mean, hey, my dad's name is Lynn Sonny Page. That's his name.
Maybe your daddy related to Robert though.
Yeah,
It could be your cousin.
It
Could be your cousin though. Could be your cousin.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I mean, he probably. Hey, you know what? He probably be. Like, you know what? Like, he probably could be, but he probably one of his kids.
Nah, it wouldn't be that. Probably would be like 70. Your daddy
I'll tell you, man. I know how my daddy is right now, and I got, man. I'm 51. I got a brother 25. Man, I'm telling you, man. Them guys back then, they did some fucking, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
I got a lot of brothers.
All right. We're gonna continue.
17.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
My bad.
17 that I know of, bro. That's all I can say. 17 that I know of. Rolling.
My X factor for the Cowboys tonight is going to be Tony Pollard, because I just think that he is the engine. I've been saying that for the last 2 years, that he's the engine for the team. I was going to pick Damone Clark, but I'm going to pick, as John Owens calls him, Agent 97. And Osa, to me, is going to be a major X factor, because I think Lawrence is going to cause attention. Michael Parsons is going to cause attention. Osa finally gets to play with Hankins and Mozzie, and I think he is going to pick up where he left off in that San Francisco game. I expect a monster game out of him tonight. You guys have already did it with the Giants. It comes down to Saquon, and it comes down to Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence's name is not mentioned, or if his name is mentioned only in this sense of someone saying, you know what, we ain't even talking about Dexter Lawrence tonight. He's a major key, and Saquon is a big time key. But I will put a dark horse. I agree with Dink. Hyatt, I'm not going to say he's going to put up a big time game, but that speed has to be respected.
Yes, sir.
So from safety is going to have to be aware of him. And Dallas does not like to roll their corners with anyone. They stay in their same position. So I expect them to try to match him up with somebody. I'm not saying he's gonna have a major game, but speed is still speed. You still have to respect that. And if he can get a big shot, that can change the defense. I expect a statement win. I don't know if it's gonna be dominated, but I do expect a statement win. I think our defense has a chance to be elite, and tonight is a good way to start it out and show that. Other than that, do you guys have predictions for scores? I pretty much know Reef is like, hey, a victory. I'm like that.
Nah, not that. I'm just saying I'll take a win on the road.
No, I'm like you. I want to win. I want to win. But the fellas, I know the old school posse, they want to dominate victory. So they probably looking at 30-10 or something like that.
That's what I want.
It's a possibility, because I don't know if the Giants are like that.
I'm gonna tell you, I want a dominant win, man. I'm going back to the years in the '90s when we beat everybody ass and won Super Bowl. And you when you saying that you going to win the Super Bowl, and you got the talent we got on both sides of the ball, you got to make a statement. I can't stand San Francisco, but you know what they did? They went into Pittsburgh, whooped their fucking ass.
Yeah,
That's a statement game. We got to do the same thing. I don't want no 13-10. 15, no, I want no overtime. I want to ass with it.
So you want to start the season out strong with a message.
I want, you have to, man, because think about this, John. Everybody in here, I don't know if Reef. How old are you, Reef? I mean,
24.
Okay, so Reef, he never seen the
I
Cowboys.
know, man. I was gonna try to tell him don't say his age, but
wow.
No, it's
you
good.
making all of us feel old.
I ain't seen nothing.
Okay.
Past like
All right.
06.
All of us have we remember when we won some Super Bowls, and we whooped ass, and that's what championship teams do. They make a statement.
Yeah.
We all hate the 49ers, but back then they whooped your ass just like the Patriots. I want our Dallas Cowboys to go in and whoop some ass. I don't want no 13-10. I want an ass whooping, both sides of the ball. Because to me, that's telling me, even with the coaches, we come to play this year. I don't want no close game. Give me a close game against the Eagles, somebody like that. San Francisco, I can eat that. The Giants, no. I want an ass whooping, bro. I want to ass whipping.
Yeah, I feel you. Brian's already said he want to ass whipping. I'm assuming Willie is the same way. What coach tonight, besides McCarthy, is going to be the most important coach?
DQ.
Okay.
Dan Quinn.
You didn't hesitate. Reef? Who's tonight? That guy's got to be more locked in for his job tonight.
In terms of coaching?
Just coaching. Beyond Mike McCarthy, because McCarthy is the
Shoddy.
Who's that?
See how Shoddy what's his true role in the play calling and the offense. I know he's not actually calling plays, but in terms of just being
designing the game,
that extra set of eyes in a way,
okay.
And that extra you know what I mean. Let's see how he works with Mike McCarthy and how what their dynamic is, because he's technically the OC, even though McCarthy is calling plays. So I just want to see how that dynamic is.
All right, Willie.
I say Shotty gonna have to. I don't know what, like you said, I don't know what he's doing over there, but he's gonna have to put a good game plan together. I got total trust in Quinn. Total trust. Now, if you took McCarthy off the why would you take him off? Because
I take
he's the play caller.
No, I take McCarthy off because he's the head coach. His fingerprints as a head coach, your fingerprints. No, let me explain. When you're a head coach, your fingerprints is in everything. But tonight there's going to be things he's not going to be concerned. Whereas tonight we have a left guard that's not going to be there. So for me, the offensive line coach is going to be more locked in because he has to be able to make some adjustments on the fly. McCarthy's going to have all of that, but his position coaches too. It's like Dan Quinn. It's like when he went up last year when we went up against San Francisco. Schottenheimer's gotten the best of him a couple of times, but you saw the adjustments last year. That's all on Quinn. That's him sitting here with his troops, and he's telling them. And it's kind of like what Brian said when you look at the offseason. This is just preseason. Brian was talking to those guys every time they came off the field.
Yeah.
So the head coach doesn't have that time. Now he can say, look, this is what I need, this is what I need, this is what I need. But those position coaches got to earn their money. And so for me, it's just like, which coaches are you going to be kind of looking at to see the certain things they're going to do? It's kind of like what you talked about with the running backs. So how the running back coach is going to get there and be really telling his guys, these are the things that you need to key on. Make sure you get with your blocks. Stay focused, lock in. So that's their job. People don't talk about those coaches, though, a lot because it's always back to the head coach. He's important. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm trying to look at what his lieutenants are going to be doing. Which guys are going to be kind of locked in tonight that's really on their troops. Because you see Al Harris, he's always on his troops. And so that's why I'm saying which position coaches you think are going to be super important tonight. So it's easy. Okay. It's easy to do it on a head coach.
Okay.
That's always easy. But those position coaches, they got to earn their money too.
I mean, I like to mention Al Harris too because I just found out as well Jordan Lewis and Eric Scott is inactive, so I don't know who's going to be the fourth corner.
Wow.
Iggy?
Is Izzy
probably?
What about
Because Nashawn's still's not back, right?
Right, he's not back. He's on IR.
IR.
Is the kid from Miami active?
Yeah, he's active.
Okay, he'll be
All
that.
right,
He'll
so
be that
that's your
fourth
fourth
corner.
corner.
That's your fourth corner outside. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your fourth or fifth. It's probably Izzy the other.
Yeah,
we better hope a corner don't go down. Yeah, that would be yeah.
Don't come on now. Don't talk that.
You're right. We good. We ain't gonna need no fourth corner tonight.
Don't need
We
no
ain't gonna need no fourth corner tonight. But I would assume Izzy and the kid from Miami gonna be your fourth and your fifth.
Yeah.
But Al Harris is definitely gonna be there. So Willie, position coach? Did you pick anybody? Oh, you said Brian. Dink, who's your position coach? That is tonight.
Since I picked Parsons, I gotta go with his position coach, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Right now, until we see otherwise, our defensive players on the defensive side of the ball are better than our offensive side of players. So I gotta go with Parsons. I mean, not Parsons, but the defensive line coach. Here's why.
Even Durden.
Yeah.
Durden.
Daniel Jones, like you said, John, he's muh as a quarterback. We're superior to them versus their offense. Our defense versus their offense.
I agree.
Our defensive line coach, he has to be the X factor. If we can get to Daniel Jones, who's mediocre at best, and I don't even think he's mediocre. I think he's below that. It's on him, man. He got to be the X factor. If you can get to Jones, rattle him, sack him, fumble, whatever, you don't get to Saquon.
So you want all disruption on that end?
Absolutely, because see, think about it. If we get to Daniel Jones early enough, sack him, fumble, all that good stuff, we get the ball back, we score. If Daniel Jones got a pass,
but you know what? Based on that, another thing I should have switched instead of Osa. I think Osa's gonna have a big game though. But honestly, I think the two big boys are going to be more important because last year the pass rush was key, so everybody wanted to run at us. So to me, is Hankins and Mozzie are going to be big time keys. Only in the sense is just do your job, make everything easy for the linebackers to get flowing. Because that's what everybody tested us last year with. And more than likely, they're probably going to try to do the same thing tonight.
That's why the defensive line coach to me
is
the X. Yeah. If we can stop their run and make and Daniel Jones got to throw 100 times, we good. We good.
And the Giants, honestly, they're not good interior. In the interior of their O-line. Their guards are not good. So, that's for me, that's why it's DQ, because his game plan is going to be key. How do you shut down Saquon and make Daniel Jones beat you? And then how do you trick Daniel Jones into giving you one or two turnovers?
He does do that.
Whether it's pressure or whether
he throws it.
Yeah. Or whether he throws it, and as far as with Shotty, I think we've seen what how he's going to benefit our offense in the preseason. Is when Dak comes off that field, Shotty is going to be the first guy he talks to, and that's what we did not see last year. You've seen a lot of Dak just sitting at the end of the bench. Now Shotty is going to be that guy sitting down, going over. On the iPad, going over what, if something happens, if we go 3 and out first series, okay, look, this is what you missed. This is what you need to adjust to. I think having that guy on the sideline for Dak and just being that second pair of eyes to what he sees on the field is going to be key. So for me, I mean, because in order to be dominant, your defense got to be dominant. And my score prediction is 27-10. That's it. I'll just choke them out. I don't need, just give me a touchdown a quarter. But just
I like choking people out.
Just make sure that if they get a touchdown late.
You know what? I'm gonna piggyback. I'm gonna get some specifics because I know we talk generals. So I'm gonna do specifics. We're gonna do specifically offensively. You're the head coach. All of you guys are the head coach. What is the offensive game plan, Ryan, for tonight's game? If you were, what would you think should be the offensive game plan?
I want to run the ball. I want to establish the run, establish play action. And my number one goal would be to get Cooks involved early, bring along CD, and punish them over the middle with them tight ends. But gotta get Pollard, Dowdle, Deuce. Keep the running backs fresh. Give Pollard 2, 3, 4 carries. Bring in Rico. Bring in Deuce. Keep them fresh. The short passing game is going to be an extension of the run game. I want to see Pollard in the pass game, more involved in the pass game this year. Dump the ball off to Pollard and let him get a head full of steam. He's an easy 10 to 12 yard per catch guy out of the backfield, in my opinion, if you use him right.
So you want to use him in a little bit of the wheel routes that we saw maybe twice last year.
Wheel routes, swing routes, screens, draws.
You want to keep everything moving. You want everything going east and west.
I want to see a little tempo. Watching college football, I'm going to take a page out of stuff I seen yesterday in college football. I want to see the Cowboys do. When you get a team reeling, stay on them. If you get that certain package in there where you're having success with that package, don't substitute. Keep pounding, keep attacking. I want to see the offense attack. I don't want to see the offense sit back and wait and see what the defense is going to do and then counter. I want to see them attack the defense, attack them. Every aspect of the game. Attack them sideways, attack them up the middle.
So in a way, you want to take away the narrative, because you hear a lot of offensive teams say, we're going to just take whatever the defense gives us. But you want to take whatever you want.
I want to dictate to the defense. I don't want to take whatever the defense.
Yeah, I don't like. I hate that narrative.
I want my quarterback to do that. That's what I want my quarterback to do. But in an attacking manner, I want to attack. I'm pretty sure everybody will watch Colorado.
Yeah.
How Shedeur Sanders plays the quarterback position, that's how I want Dak to play the quarterback position. If they give you that little 5 to 10 yard dump it off. Keep dumping. And as soon as they roll them cornerbacks up,
take the shot.
Their head over the top. But I don't need don't take no unnecessary shots. Don't feel like you got to force something in there. You don't have to be a hero. Just be the point guard. Manage everything. Make sure he's been a great quarterback in spreading the ball around. So, that's something that he does well. But just don't take unnecessary shots. And, just be aggressive, but not overly aggressive.
But smart.
Yeah, be smart. Yeah, be real smart. Be smart. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Reef. Offensive game plan tonight.
For me, since we know, like I said before, we know Wayne going to blitz a lot. Looking to see, we might not see necessarily, if I was the head coach, a lot of the spread, a lot of the Texas coach that we want to see. I think we should go a lot of 2-3 tight end sets. Try to neutralize the blitz as much as possible. The thing about the blitz is that the middle of the field is going to be open, so attack the middle of the field as much as you can. Attack the man coverage as much as you can.
Who are you attacking the middle of the field with?
Oh, Ferg and CD. They
and I lost it. Let me give him.
Especially with.
Okay.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay, so just basically attacking with CD in the slot, Ferg obviously in the at the tight end spot. Just looking to tear them up in the middle of the field. And overall for defense, do whatever you can to contain Saquon.
You just keep it contained. We didn't got you. Because I don't think the defense is going to have any problems. Because when I look at the defense, I don't really see any significant weakness, which is rare that I would say that. But they look pretty stout all across the board. Dink, offensive game plan tonight.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say start off with the running the game and open up the pass game. I think that's the best way to start off. Trying to attack the Giants, and then slowly just engage them in, and then just open up that pass game and start whooping their ass. Because I know we can do it. I know we can do it.
You just game plan whip ass tonight.
Well, yeah. Well, honestly, I want to start off with because stay committed to the run. Pollard touched the ball, man. For the last 4 years, the cat touched the ball. He's good. So start, feeding him the ball with a combination of getting his touches, and then from there, play action pass, go straight to the pass game. Because see, one of the best ways to beat the blitz is to run the ball. Once you neutralize that, you got him. Pollard, unlike Ezekiel Elliott, this cat, he touched the ball. He's like Saquon too, just a smaller version. Y'all seen him last year.
Oh, he's very explosive. We all know how explosive he is.
So I'm just saying, let's just start off with the run game. Let's stay committed to that and let everything else open up. And trust me, all we can do is blitz. And that blitz is going to bite him in his damn ass. So once we start off with the run game, let's start off with the run game. Let's start with that and then ease our way into the pass game. And I guarantee if we do that, we can beat the Giants. We can beat them. But I want to see us committed to the running game. We need to do that. I don't want Dak throwing the ball 35, 40 times. This new West Coast offense, he don't have to do that. Especially if we establish the run early. 12, 13 personnel.
Now, but if he does throw 30, and what if 8 are screens? Those I consider cool. Screens manufacturing runs, in my opinion.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. I'm fine with the screens. And I'm also fine with some of the 3-step drops that will beat the blitz with the West Coast offense. I'm fine with that. Okay. But I want to see us stay committed to the run, use 12, 13 personnel, and let's do it. We got tight ends that like to fight in bars, man. Use the motherfuckers. Use them.
Because we didn't. I don't think we use the tight ends enough.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Jake Ferguson. Look, the white boys can fight in the football game. That's what I'm talking about. Use them. Use Jake Ferguson. Use Shoemaker, whatever his name is. Use them. Them cats played in the Big Ten. They like to battle. Shoemaker played for your boy.
Play for Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. I need to say no more. You use that, man. The Giants will play into our hands, and then we can go over the top, and we can beat them. But we have to stay committed to the run. That's why Mike McCarthy is the play caller now. Because guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna call the running plays that we're supposed to run, versus the way it was with Kellen Moore. So let's stay committed to the run. We got the dynamic running backs. We're gonna be good. I want to see us stay committed to the run and let the game open up from there with the passing game, the West Coast offense, and we'll be good.
You got a score prediction?
Yeah, I got to, because we play the Giants, man. We always put something heavy on them, man. So I'm gonna go something like 35. I give them 20 points just to be nice.
35-20.
Yeah, okay. Just to be nice. I really don't want to give them 20, but since it's my daughter's birthday, I'll be nice. Yeah, so 35-20. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Willie. Offensive game plan for tonight.
I think we should be balanced in what we do tonight, but we do need to attack those 2 cornerbacks, them 2 rookie cornerbacks, and these linebackers. They're not good in coverage.
Yeah,
we should attack them. We should go after them. That's what I think we should do. But guys, we already know it's going to be a heavyweight fight down there in the trenches.
Yeah.
There's some big boys down there. It's going to be hard to run the football, so we need to go and take advantage of them rookie corners and these linebackers. That's my I think it should be the game plan. But
would you guys
Mike McCarthy is pretty good.
Would you guys be opposed if they had Tony Pollard and Deuce in the backfield together?
No. That new offense, hell no.
No.
And just to overall provide speed. So like if they just happen to have those 2, you have Turbin, you have Cooks, and then you have CD. That's a lot of speed there in space. Yeah. Of course, the offensive line has to hold up for that, but that's a lot of options to give you.
I want to see Tony, man. I really want to see Tony unleashed.
Brother, I've been wanting that for I don't know how long.
And my 15 to 20 touches. I don't care how he touches the ball.
Yep.
You can do 8. You can do 8. You can do 8 rushes, 7 passes, or you can do however you want to do it. I just want to see that brother just. I want to, and the NFL found out last year what he can do, but I really want people to just.
So you want him to be more like Jamal Charles?
I want him to be like Tony Pollard. I want him to be like TP.
Gotcha.
And just do what he could have been doing 2-3 since he been in with the Cowboys, man. Just an ex. He can be a chess piece for your offense that you don't have, that most teams don't have. Like Alvin Kamara, I give him like that type of guy that can give you 100 rushing and 100 receiving, 2-3 touchdowns. Like that dude, man. He let him loose, man. Let him loose. Let TP eat.
I got you. I think I've always said he's the nitro to this engine.
Yes.
I've been saying that all last year. He's the nitro. Whether he gets the touches, you can use him in certain ways, clear out space. He's just an explosive player. He's equally dynamic in the pass game, but they didn't use him. We would see glimpses of it, and then they would just never go back to it. So, yeah, that should be the case. Reef, you have a score prediction for tonight's game.
35-17, yeah. 35-17.
35-17, 30-20, 27-10.
27-17.
27-17. All right. Okay.
Oh, also, real quick, Willie kind of reminded me of something.
Go ahead.
An X factor for the Giants defensively. This is like a personal thing for me. You can attack the kid from Old Dominion, Hawkins. I wouldn't. Deontay Banks is a different story. I like he can play. So that's just my opinion.
Banks
he got to show it on.
Banks good.
He can play, but
Banks can play.
He's still young. He's still a young player.
He's still young.
You're a wide receiver playing against a veteran wide receiver. See, that's what's wrong with y'all youngsters, bro. Y'all get up here and you think you're going to come in the game.
Hold on.
And saying because you got something young, new punk, we're going to build up here and just going to punk some grown men. They got to learn the game.
Willie.
You understand?
I respect his knowledge.
Yeah,
Hold up.
I respect it.
And you know me too. At the same time, you got these wild they rookies. There's ways to take advantage of them being rookies. And I'm right or wrong.
Jalen Ramsey was a first-team All-Pro as a rookie.
But as an offense,
Ramsey was
you're supposed to go after the
Ramsey different, bro. Do you think Do you think Banks is Ramsey? Do you think he's soft?
He's a better man-to-man coverage corner. Ramsey's a better zone guy. That's my opinion.
Man, oh my God.
Ramsey's a big physical guy, but he's a cover 2 type corner.
All right, bro. Hey, man, you're the only one.
I ain't saying the kid
is
going to be.
I'm not gonna toot my horn, but you're not the only guy that specializes in that department.
I'm not saying corner. I have. There's millions of guys that play.
Hold on, Willie.
What's his name? From Old Harlem Night.
Hold on. I had to mute you, bro. Hold on. We all family here. You ain't got to be going out there. That's why I was going to tell you. Don't tell nobody your age because I knew somebody was going to bring that up.
It is what it is.
Give him respect. He's just different of opinion out here. Now, I get what he's saying, but he's just basically saying the same thing me and you saying. Yeah, we do attack him, but he's saying let's attack the weakest one first.
Yeah.
That's what you always supposed to do.
Why not go for the cat who played at Old Dominion, not the kid who played football?
That don't mean we go away from him. We'll get to him. Sooner or later.
I got CD Lamb out there and Brandon Cooks.
Now,
I'm looking at them boys like they meet.
I think Banks is a good corner. Don't get me wrong.
Banks can play.
I don't know if Rookie Banks is Rookie Jalen. Like
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
I do agree. You're gonna attack the weaker of the two.
Right. You start out with the weaker of the two.
You attack
to force that safety over to help him, and you go elsewhere. So
what I'm trying to say is they're gonna have to prove themselves to me.
And I think that he got to prove it on the field.
Rookies. They rookies. I'm gonna go after them.
On the field. I just think
I'm going after both of them because they rookies.
Yeah.
I'm going after them.
He's legit.
Honestly, though, I want to attack the corners. I want to attack them more in the red zone, but I want to go after them linebackers. I want to see. I want these tight ends to really just show some dominance in the middle of the field, and that's gonna make Wink think, how do I blitz that?
But you
You
know
know what
what?
I'm saying?
I actually I really want the tight ends to clear space. Because you know how I want to attack their linebackers? I want to attack their linebackers with Pollard, and I want to attack them with Deuce.
Ooh.
That's the game
Yeah,
plan. Because
yeah,
what really
yeah.
brought up about the Rico play, the one where he fumbled, but he goes in, he had a
Mhm.
linebacker on him. That was just a hard cover. If your boy, Turpin don't lock a man into him, he wouldn't have
Nah,
won.
if Turpin was just, hey man, Turpin light ass should have got out the way. That's all that was.
Yeah, he messed the
That
whole
was
play up. But
Turpin
I
light ass
really
should
would
have
want
just
to get
got
the
out the
running
way.
back on them linebackers. I really
Yeah,
want to
like
get the
that.
running
That
back
was
on
just
them
that was unfortunate, but
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I really like I don't know, man. I have high hopes for this offense because of who the quarterback he is, and I really think you finally get a chance in Dallas for a quarterback to have a coach that has actually been to the mountaintop. You ain't experimenting with no coach. You ain't hoping that you found, you struck oil with the OC. You got a guy with skins on the wall. You got a offensive coordinator whose run game is shoddy run game is dynamic now. He knows how to put together a run game, and he knows how to attack a defense with his run game, with his counters and his draws and in the gap scheme. So finally, we get a quarterback that has a coaching staff. Like if Romo had a coach, you might have seen a
Well,
different.
well,
You might have seen a
Romo did
different.
in the beginning. He just didn't have it throughout his career.
Yeah, but you downgraded. Like you went from a guy.
No, I
You went
absolutely
from
agree.
you went
Because
from
when
a
you
guy.
look at him on the Parcells, he was efficient.
Yes.
Yeah, he was super efficient. He played really good football. Even when he had that, I think it was Parcells when he threw 5 interceptions. He still
that was Wade. Wade in
That was on the
07.
way. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
for telling me that.
Yeah.
On the Parcells, he was so much more efficient. But I
Yeah.
agree, he didn't have the longevity to be able to have this, to be with this guy, to be with Sean Payton, to have that.
He didn't have a buddy.
He inherited.
Romo had a buddy for a head coach in Jason Garrett, and Dak had a buddy for an OC in Kellen Moore.
You might as well say he also had it in Jason Garrett too.
And Jason Garrett too. They just didn't go to Duke games together. You didn't see him out in public together.
That's true.
Mike is coaching for his job. Mike is coaching for his. I'm not gonna say coaching for his job. Mike coaching for his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree with you on that. Because
he's coaching for his legacy. Because he can get another job.
Yeah, I think Mike McCarthy, Bill Parcells, Jimmy Johnson all had one thing in common. When they got hired, they're coaching to win. I think Wade Phillips, Dave Campos, Barry Switzer, Jason Garrett, they were just happy that they were the head coach.
Yeah,
they were just happy to get the job.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's always a difference, because also you see with McCarthy, unlike Jason, McCarthy has fired guys he has relationships with and did not wait. He even got rid of his
quickly.
Yeah, he even got rid of his players that he brought in. Like when he brought in Clinton Dix, I thought he would be there for the season, but it was just like, nah, this ain't working. So he got rid of him.
Who was the D coordinator we had in 2020? Nolan.
Mike Nolan?
Mike Nolan.
Yeah, that was his boy in San Fran, and he had no problem getting rid of him.
Right, and Nolan actually hired him for a position. So I always like to see if coaches do that, because some coaches will stay with guys they've been friends with. And when they do that, it's like you ain't trying to win; you trying to keep.
Relationship. He got rid of the O-line coach.
I know.
He got rid of.
And him and Phillips won a Super Bowl together.
He got rid of Phillips. So
and they go way.
Mike trying to win, and then he went to I was hoping when Dan Quinn got let go in Atlanta. I was hoping I was like, man, we need to go get him. We need to go get him. When I heard that he was taking the job, he was going to take the job, I was like, okay. Because Dan Quinn, to me, is a DC. He's not he may have learned some things from Mike McCarthy on being a head coach, but Dan Quinn is one of those guys to me
Right.
that's a better DC than head coach. He's just a better DC because he likes to be amongst the players. And as a head coach, you got to deal with all of the players. You got to deal with all the players. You got to know how to manage the coaching staff. You got to manage. You got to kiss the babies. You got to do all the. You got to do the PR.
Well, yeah, and then another thing, you got to deal with the owner. At least
then you got to deal with the owner. I don't think Dan wants to do that unless it's the right situation. I really don't. Like if it's the right situation, where it's the perfect situation, like it might want to, flow on into the sunset after he win the Super Bowl, and DQ take over. I think he'll do it that way, but it's got to be a perfect situation for him to be a head coach. I think he loves what he's doing right now, and like Mike don't have to worry about the defense because I got a former head coach that's controlling the defense. All I got to do is worry about his offense. Get this offense.
Well, I was gonna say Dan Quinn problem with Atlanta. What happened with Atlanta is they made a bad choice at a defensive end. The guy that guy there was just he didn't love football.
It wasn't just one player.
That one guy there ended up not loving football, and he had that one good season that year. He had like 14 sacks. Yeah, he had great season that 1 year. And then next thing you know, it's total fault.
He dealt with a meddling owner, which Arthur Blank don't get the credit. He doesn't get talked about for that. And I can't even his name is skipped me, but
who's his GM?
He does.
He got fired. That one got fired.
The GM he had got was from Thomas Dimitroff, which was from New England. So he tried to do it the Patriot way. But Rich McKay is the problem in Atlanta. Rich McKay that supposedly built the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when Tony Dungy was down there. He's like that guy that Arthur Blank listens to. And he brought in Rich McKay, and Rich McKay wasn't Bill Belichick. You don't get nothing off the Bill Belichick tree.
Nothing.
You don't get no GM. You don't get no coaches. Unless you get
you got Nick Saban.
Yeah, but what Nick got? Nick
in college.
You get Nick.
You got Nick. You got Nick.
But you know what though? I agree with you on this. You can have the best GM, the best coaching, the best scouts. If you got an owner that just keeps trumping that, you can't get a chance to do your job.
Yeah. He's a baby Jerry Jones. He just don't get the talk.
And I'm sorry, I'll say this. I think based on the talent, he's worse. He's meddlesome, but Jerry does have will.
Yeah. Because he paid Matt Ryan, but then never got an offensive line to protect him.
Never got him a defense.
They gonna draft the cornerback every year. Like
they
this
gave
year,
up a lot for Julio Jones. Too.
Yeah, they drafted Bijan. Bijan had a great game today. He had a pretty good game today. But
I think the defense should have been the key. They should have been building it. They should.
Ritter looked horrible.
Did you see what? Yeah, he looked bad. Did you see what Carter was doing today, man?
Yeah, I saw.
Ritter. And with Ritter, I think the coach messed Ritter up. Why would you play Mariota all them games last year? You wasn't going to the playoff
anyway.
Put Ritter in. Yeah. Let him get his feet wet. Let him see what you got. If you see what you got in him, because Ritter had like 53 yards going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, on like damn near 30 attempts.
Yeah, like hey man.
I don't know. I'm always iffy about if you ain't going nowhere and throwing a young quarterback out there.
What I would say though, John, to that is like the NFC South was so bad, they would have naturally still competed for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So he would have been playing meaningful football anyway.
Yeah. I get you. I'm not what you're saying, but sometimes I'll be looking at the bigger picture sometimes and be like, yeah, maybe we'll squeeze in, but
you had these quarters. If Ritter wasn't your guy, then you're set up. You already had a top 9 pick then you may have gotten to 5. You may have gotten to 4.
No, absolutely. I mean, I haven't liked their last 2 draft picks. Nothing against the players. I think the players are.
Yeah, you may have gotten to 1. Like I don't think you drafted running back top 10 anymore. Period. I think Zeke was the last one that you really, and he was decent, but I don't think you dropped a running back top 10 over a defensive tackle over an offensive tackle. Like, their offensive line was getting whooped. If Carolina don't turn the ball over,
they win that football game.
Football game. Like, they made some. Carolina was driving to tie the ball game, and the guy from Philly came over. He fumbled, and they went in. They took up. They went down and scored. But
speaking of Philly, who won the Patriots?
Philly won. John, wait until y'all see the highlights of that game.
If they would have kicked, let's think about the last 2 drives they had. If they kick a field goal on one of them, on the first one, they kick a field goal on the second one, you might, and when you get the ball back, you might would have been able to stop because Jalen couldn't do nothing, bro.
No. Philly defense,
he wasn't doing nothing, bro.
Who had the better game, Jalen or Mac Jones?
Mac.
Wow.
I don't know, man. Mac looked real bad.
He was 20 at 32 for $170 and no touchdown.
And Jalen Hurts fumbled. He fumbled too late in the game.
He had one touchdown. Smith.
It's about time somebody hit him like he need to be hit.
Jalen got hit. He cuffed that motherfucker up.
And then
it was about time. He get a nice form tackle on him too.
Philly get a wake-up call. They got a wake-up call.
Plus, I feel that way too because Mac Jones played against a superior defense than Matt. Even though Bill Belichick is a good, obviously one of the best defensive minds that you have in them ever. But in terms of like talent, like Mac Jones definitely went against a tougher defense with less weapons. You can't tell me who the Patriots' top 3 receivers are. And he threw for over 300 yards.
I'm not denying that, but some of them balls early. I mean, his receivers.
Yeah, some of the balls early were
bad. Man, he was throwing some lollipops out there, like some real Skyliners, bro.
He was playing against a more superior defense, but
you ain't
had played. He should have
asked me who the better quarterback was. You guys had a better game.
That's true.
But also that boutique kid from LSU, he must have thought he was still in college, man. The way he didn't try to drag that foot on that last. But all you got to do is drag that foot. It's a first down, and you on goal at the goal line, and you probably can take this thing home. He didn't drag that toe, bro. He didn't even come close to dragging it.
Yeah,
that happens to college receivers. They kind of. Every year that happens to college.
It takes time for adjustment.
Plaxico Burress comes to mind for me. He catches the ball and gets up. It hadn't been touched, and he spotted the ball on the doggone yard line, and he hitting first down.
That was a long time ago, right there.
That talking shit, boy. That talking shit.
But I'm just saying they
getting hype.
That's
all right, we're gonna have to start. We'll cut this off soon. The game is about to start.
But I think Philly's defense this year, suspect.
Hey, I watched that game while we were watching bits of it. Hey.
Now think about this.
Mac Jones hit his ass up in the second half.
Hey, think about this. They ran a touchdown. They ran an interception back.
Yeah.
Off a poor wrong ball. Yeah, I agree. But I will say this: Jalen Carter is a man. That dude is
that's a grizzly bear. That's a runaway
if
slave.
He's locked on like that week after week, he's gonna be a problem.
He ain't gonna be locked in like that every week though.
I know you're an ATL guy. You know
he's not gonna be. That was his issue at Georgia, and he didn't even play. He was gonna get 30 to 40 snaps a game because of the rotation, but he wasn't locked in every week. And
that's always been the thing.
That's to me was his, because if he locked in every week, you gotta account for that dude because he is a monster. But he's not gonna be locked in every week and get the ball out quick. If he beating your guard, get the ball out quick because them linebackers and safeties are trash.
Yeah, I don't respect
garbage.
Yeah. They trash.
Reed Blankenship.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Yeah, Matt Jones, second half, he outplayed Jalen
and the
Hurts.
old
he looked good.
the old Bradbury back. The old Bradbury back.
Bradbury won't shit at the Giants. I mean, CD used to whoop his ass like he was a damn toddler. So.
He had a good year last year.
He did
a decent year last year.
Being number 2, that's how you had a good
It
year.
don't matter. It don't matter. But
Against them number 2,
I heard
put them on ones. Put them on some ones. He's lunch meat.
I heard that game a lot. I heard that name a lot today.
He ain't just lunch meat. He hog-head cheese. He put it with the crackers.
Wide receiver core. That's against a pedestrian wide receiver core. But Bill Belichick put in the blueprint on how you stop that Philly offense.
He did it. Hey, he right.
He put that blueprint out there.
Yeah,
if he had a competent quarterback, they probably win the game.
If he had a competent quarterback, they win by 2 touchdowns.
Easily.
Because
they protect the football. Zeke had a fumble. If they protect the football, they win that game.
Yeah, they
It's spotting them 17. Spotting them 17.
I know it was Philly, man. Jalen Hurts loved to throw the deep ball to his boys, and I think that's his greatest strength. And he's not gonna beat you up and down the field like other quarterbacks. He beat you with his either running the ball or he gonna do a deep throw. And the New England was all on it.
Force him to make him play quarterback.
That's what he did.
That's what Belichick did.
He forced him to play quarterback.
Yep, that's what you got to do. Force him to play quarterback.
2 seconds. If Jalen ain't getting rid of that ball, he tucking it and running.
Yeah. And
they tackled him well. Like, it was some of his runs, some of his playing runs out of that 3rd and 11. A lot of his playing runs were for negative yards. Right, because they had somebody on him. They were getting off blocks. And the offensive line didn't look as dominant. Like, they were able to push them around. The White, D tackle White for the Patriots, he was in the back. Like, he was shoving guards in the backfield big time.
The Patriots defense looks really nice.
Yeah, they look nice.
Yeah.
Their defense is legit.
Come on the other end because Matt Jones is exactly what I thought he was.
Hey man, you know they get those guys that he Matt Jones. If you don't surround Matt Jones with what he had in Alabama, then you have an average quarterback.
All day,
pretty much.
Period.
Pretty much.
The kid can be good, but you have to give him. It got to be top talent, and you know that New England guys gonna do that, but they're not gonna go out and get. They're allergic to. I mean, bro, I watched them one time. They have 11, 12 picks, 2, 3 years in a row, and selecting them and can't find one. And they just be like, I don't know what they do. I don't know what their department doing over there when it comes to trying to find a wide receiver. You know, they can find some tight ends though. They good at that.
Well, they haven't been really all that great at that lately either, though.
Oh, yeah, they
used to have in the past. They've been kind of a little lackluster.
I mean, it's week 1, you know, so
it is. There's stuff they can build off of.
Yeah, teams gonna make adjustments, but I think Philly goes from being just another team trying to make the playoffs to being the hunted. So you're gonna get everybody's best game week in and week out, and how they handle that. You know, how Jalen, how he got better. Did he get better in the offseason? Did Sirianni get in the lab, or is he arrogant? You know,
he's arrogant. As somebody whose head coach in college was his brother, he's arrogant.
Okay.
Oh damn. Oh.
And then
they both are like that.
Okay. The Commanders didn't look. They don't look like a threat to me.
No, they don't like now. Sam Howell, he.
They don't look like a threat, you know. So I mean, we got to come out tonight and look like the best team in the NFC.
That's my whole thing, man.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. How excited are you for tonight's game, Dink?
I'm beyond excited. I feel like I'm going to hit the damn stage, brother. That's how excited I am. And when I hit that motherfucking stage, I hit that motherfucker with the moonshot. That's how I feel.
That's how excited you are. Willie, how excited are you for tonight's game?
Man, it's nothing like when you come home on a long ride out on that road the last 2 weeks, man.
We only got so much time. We don't need a backstory. Just tell me how excited
you come home and then
5 minutes before the game.
You get to talk to your boys about the game before the game, and now you get to watch the game. I don't think you're gonna make it better if this woman come back with some wings.
Wrong thing. I ain't got no wings right now. I wasn't thinking about it like, hey,
this is
wings.
Washington without. I got you.
I'm
All
jacked.
right,
I'm ready.
great.
I'm ready.
I'm
I've been
excited.
waiting since last January, so I'm ready.
Hey man, you buffering.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, buffering. I can hear you, but we were buffering.
Yeah, nah, but I'm jacked. I've been waiting for this since last January. I'm jacked. I've been waiting for this since last January.
So
like I said, let's see how we look.
Yeah, I can tell you hype. You hype, Brian?
Hey man, I've been watching football for the last 48 hours. I am on cloud.
Oh yeah, because you was watching football yesterday.
Ready to see these.
They about to play, baby. They about to get ready.
Ready to see
All
these jokers do it.
Gentlemen, thanks for the stream. I know some of us are up late. Brian, do you work tomorrow?
I'll be up late. I'm gonna make a video of this damn
I'm
game.
gonna be up.
You work? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I gotta go in at 6 in the morning tomorrow.
All right. So we won't have you for the post game, but Willie, Dink, Sharif will do the post game. We'll shout it out, Big Bro.
Hey, now, at what time you gonna do the post game?
Immediately right after the game. But we won't be as long.
I might stick my head in there for a minute.
All right, well, come on in then. Come on in.
I never know.
Yeah. So I see the invite. It'll be a different one, and I'll send it out probably the fourth quarter or whatever.
Okay, bet.
We could just come back in, do a post game, wrap up.
Yeah, we can do that. Definitely just send that.
Because I know Dick will be up because he up like.
I'm gonna be up. We gotta win because I gotta go to Facebook and talk shit live. So I'm definitely doing. Yeah. You know how I hate these motherfucking haters.
Yeah, you don't know, Reef. He does these videos. Well, you'll find out.
Oh, I'll be on Facebook a lot. I get the same.
You gotta follow me, man. You gotta follow me. I cut up with Cowboys.
No.
I talk shit.
Diggs videos are next level, brother. You gotta see how.
All right. I'm gonna look you up.
They're not different. He got props. He got all type. His videos are way.
I'm a damn fool, boy. And I've been drinking too. Oh hell, it's gonna be.
You brothers enjoy the game. We will definitely talk right after the game.
Yeah, I just followed you on Facebook, Dink.
Okay, yeah, follow me, man. Follow me.
I just followed you. Yeah.
Okay. You had something else to say, Dink?
I was gonna say, man, during the game we could be hitting each other up in the group chat on Twitter.
Oh no, y'all. We can do that if y'all don't want to get banned, or y'all can just text. And just put
whatever, man. We got to do something because we gonna talk shit.
Because Sharif is too wild with the DMs. I get banned by the X app because.
Oh whatever works, your text or whatever. Yeah, man. We don't need to
I be shooting out tweets from time to time. So
I do that. We do that. We're definitely excited.
Yeah.
So the game about to start. We got 5 minutes left. Let's go Dallas. Let's see how.
Let's go Dallas.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Hey, I gotta say one thing. I'm glad Dak got rid of that white girlfriend. I'm glad he got rid of her. Cause that damn head game is what had him fucked up. That's what had him fucked up. I had to say it.
All right.
That's what it's about. See that down there?
All right.
You see that space right there?